Anything wildly exciting been happening while I've been out? Your dinner won't be long, love. I got it from the chippy. I couldn't resist that smell.
Look, you needn't have come home specially.
You what?
I could have fixed something up for myself. I'm not completely paralysed.
Oh, well, it breaks my day up nicely. Anyway, I like seeing my husband.
Oh, well, I'm glad somebody does. Sid Lambert isn't all that struck after your dad went up and stuck his oar in.
Oh, stop moaning, David. Well, look, love, I mean, you're not dead, are you? And some people get run down by buses, don't they? Well, they do. I mean, look at my Aunt Charlie. She married this lad what was in the tank corps. They had only 3 days together, then he got sent abroad, you see. Then kaput, bang, no village. She was left a widow, you know. It's not right. Mind you, I know it was during the war, but
Look, can I eat these chips, or can't I?
It's never occurred to you, David, that you're being very selfish about all this, has it?
Selfish?
Yes, all I'm saying is I'm not grumbling, am I? I'm just saying that I'm in it as much as you are. I mean, what do I get out of it? 40 quid housekeeping 1 week, a packet of dolly mixtures the next. But I'm not sitting round here moaning and feeling sorry for myself, am I? Oh, no. I mean, I'll be stuck here with my hands in the sink looking like a house brick instead of having a fully automatic washing machine.
It's not the money, love. Not entirely.
Listen, who was it that said, my love, if ever the world gives you a clout, get right back and clout it back again?
Winston Churchill.
No, it was Elsie Tanner, and she's had more things to put up with than a gammy leg, you know.
It's the one thing I could do. Really well, the one thing.
Oh, by the heck, don't tell me you're flogging underpants with camels now.
Oh, no, I think the picture's meant to emphasise the foundation garment she's wearing. The camel's merely an accessory. Oh, waft of the east.
Oh, I've been meaning to ask, how did your photos come out?
Well, Mrs. Walker's collecting them later this afternoon. I'll be popping into the Rovers on my way home. I do hope they are all right. Some of the ones I took last year on holiday had no heads. Mind you, a couple of them look better that way.
Well, I'll be going in Rovers myself about 6 o'clock and I'll see him there.
Oh, lovely. I'll let you have copies of the ones I took of you. I only hope you don't prove to have lost your head.
Are you thinking of taking it up seriously then, Miss Nugent?
Oh, it's a very difficult profession for a woman to succeed in.
Oh, but I should think you could knock up a few bob at it, like.
Well, I'm not really interested in churning out wedding photographs. It's more character studies, portraiture. I've got an idea for doing one called The Twilight Years. Mrs. Sharples in her rocking chair.
Oh, by the heck. Poetry in motion.
Oh, heck, you woke me up.
That was the general intention.
Somebody begrudged me half an hour's kip now or something.
What, me? Oh, no. No, as long as I can hear you snoring, I know you're not out stirring up trouble.
Aye, touch the Annie Walkers, eh?
Listen, if you'd shut your trap as often as you shut your eyes, we'd all be a lot better
Look,
off.
if you like me quiet, why do you wake me up?
Because I want to tell you off.
She's right, Ogden. Belt up.
Now, listen to me. I've just been in Petty's and seen our Irma.
That'd be nice.
Oh, it wasn't nice. It wasn't nice at all. Oh, I never thought you'd kick a man when he was down, Stan Ogden.
Me?
Going round to Sid Lambert's and playing hell like that.
Kick a man when he's down, Sid. He's not been down in his life.
Not him. David. Listen, what you did was a knock to that lad's pride. A knock he's in no position to take just now. He's had enough as it is. Oh, our Irma are in a right state.
Aye, is she mad at me, our Irma, then?
Well, she's upset because David's upset.
I'll bet she's not. You know, she's been round there with me, holding me coat, giving half a chance.
Why did you go, Stan? What for?
I went round there to say something that had to be said. The lad had no intention of going. You got a match? Oh.
You know, they're not babies, love. They're a married couple, so let them stand on their own feet, eh? They'll not thank you for fighting their battles for them.
I didn't go round there for thanks, Hilda.
No. No, I know, Chuck. I know. Oh, I'm fair worried about them, just the same, Stan. Listen, when we bought this house, we bought it for a family, didn't we? You and me and our Trevor and our Irma. Up the Ogdens, remember?
Ah, I remember.
Well, now there's just you and me.
And if you let me drop off, there'd just be thee.
Oh, no, but what I mean is, the house is still the same size, isn't it? It's still big enough for 4. Well, it's daft to let bedrooms stand empty, isn't it?
Are you thinking of taking a lodger?
You know I'm not.
Listen, love, it wouldn't work. It'd be far better off camping in a tent.
Oh, Stan, we're not as bad as all that.
Any young married couple and any in-laws never works out.
No. No, I know what you mean, really. I remember when we went and lived with your folks for a bit. We'd only been married a couple of months ourselves.
Oh, I'd forgotten that.
No, I hadn't. The way your mam used to sit clicking her false teeth. Hours on end, click, click, click. Oh, do you know, sometimes I wake up in the night now and I can still hear them clicking.
She didn't. I never noticed it.
No, well, you was born and brought up on it. No, I know what you mean, though. We couldn't ask them to come and live here. You've got some habits that send David round the bend in a week.
I have.
I'm only pulling your leg, Chuck. You may be rubbish, but you're all I've got.
You know, sometimes I give a week's wages to hear that lass coming through that front door again shouting, "If old Wobbleguts doesn't take his hands off my fags, I'll clout him where it hurts the most." Hey, things were never dull when she was here with her.
Why, they're dull now, on its own.
I don't know, you start off on a song, you finish up on a song. I feel like a second honeymoon already.
Coffee?
If you are, thanks.
Aye. Go on, drinking gallons of the stuff. I think I need the, oh, what is it, caffeine?
Yeah, I think it's caffeine.
Yeah. Well, around here all the time, I don't seem to do much else than kit.
Yeah. Don't suppose you got over the shock yet?
Oh, the medic said it's coming along fine.
I don't mean physically. Is he pretty upset? Or you naturally don't want to see anybody?
It was a first shock.
You know, apathy. Don't want to know. Don't care.
Oh, I do care, mate.
Yeah, sure, you must do. That's what we thought.
Well, do you think there's any chance then of me writing extra stuff for the paper? I mean, when I wrote to the editor suggesting it, I did say it need not be just about football. I'm pretty clued up on most sports. What did he say?
Well, I think you'll be getting in touch with himself about that later.
Well, I thought that's why
We're not just interested in you as a possible contributor, you know. It's a bit of a story, this. You had a big following.
Oh, I see. Hold the front page. Barlow's bust his leg.
It's not that. It's what's happened since.
Oh, like what?
Like you losing your job.
I never said I had.
Pretty fair golden handshaking it, though, eh?
Well, there's compensation, yeah.
Then there's the insurance.
Oh, insurance.
You were covered for this kind of thing, weren't you?
Oh, well, you know how it is. You keep meaning to get round to these things. And there was the wedding and everything. There didn't seem to be any hurry.
I know. So, there's no insurance and very little compensation. And no job. Do you call that fair dues, Mr. Barlow?
Oh, now, look, Mr.
Owen?
I'm not saying anything about it.
No, I know, but what was in the contract? I suppose in the event of you being unable to play permanently, both your duties as manager and social club waller would cease automatically.
They're entitled.
Did you know about that clause when you signed the contract?
Listen, this could happen to more than one bloke, you know. They could engage 2 or 3, it could happen again. What are they going to do, be lumbered by a bunch of old crocs? It's not Dr. Barnardo's, you know.
Did you know about that clause? Did Lambert make it plain to you what had happened in the event of something like this?
Listen, I'm not a child. He's under no obligation to spell things out for me.
Must have been a hell of a shock finding out.
Yeah, well, if I didn't read it, it's my own stupid fault. Mine.
It's a bit strong, I mean by any standards. On the scrap heap. Thank you and good night.
Scrap ain't nothing.
Even so.
There's nothing to write about.
I'm not so sure, you know. You get done turning out in a charity match, and you lose your other 2 jobs as well. Well, blow that for a game of soldiers.
Hey, now look, I don't want you stirring up any trouble. It's you saying this, you know, not me.
Just you leave it to me.
Half a pint. And could you give me any bits of silver paper?
Silver paper?
Aye, for the blind dogs. They'll be having a hard time this year. I'm down to my quarter already. I think people are hoarding it.
What?
The silver paper.
Somebody left the evidence behind, has he?
Oh, there was Nugent. I picked them up for her this morning.
Oh, that's the latest, is it?
What?
Well, first of all, it was Spanish lessons, and then it was car driving. And what was she doing when she took up that social course, you know, when she took down everything everybody said in the little book?
Well, you've got to admire her, haven't you, for making the attempt. I mean, people can lead such empty lives.
Yes. Wish like my life was a bit more empty sometimes.
I'll just have a small one, Mother.
And here's one of life's little blessings she can have for a start.
Are they Miss Nugent? You haven't looked at them, have you?
Yes, they are, and no, I've not. And what the heck's it got to do with you in the first place?
You must learn to respect other people's property, Mother.
Hello, Spud.
How do you do?
Got a nice pint on a low light for me, Mrs. Walker?
It's himself.
It is not. It's my twin brother, Seamus. I was outside chatting up a blonde. Oh, there. Hey, what's this there? What's
Thank
that?
you.
Budgies.
What? What's the...
I'm going to take up breeding budgies. At least they're predictable.
Oh, now, wait a minute. I wouldn't go along with that altogether now. Because, listen, my Auntie Eileen's Joey, now, there was a budgie. There was a budgie that had a most peculiar sex life. Oh, yeah. Living all those years sober and respectable. Poor thing had to living with an old one like that. Well, listen, lo and behold, one Sunday morning, bingo, it lays an egg.
Joey did.
Oh, you can't win, can you? Anyway, I won't mold feathers all over your carpet, will I? Listen, are we going to eat then?
Hey, you're not going.
Well, I don't see the point, really. To be quite frank with you, I didn't expect you, you know.
Oh, you've cut me to the quick. I wouldn't do a thing like that.
Oh, yes, you would, if there was something better off.
All right. And what's wrong with a few of Mrs. Walker's pies and a double portion of Jackson's chips? And a few pints to water it down with, and a nice cozy sit at your fireplace. Nectar, ambrosia, huh?
Throw in a box of peppermint creams for afters and you've got me convinced.
Hey, don't go. Just hang on for a minute.
Oh, Dennis, what can I get here that I can't get at home?
Great jokes from little acorns grow.
David! David, love! David, I'm back! David?
Excuse me.
Watch yourself, Dennis.
Did you hear the one about the got them pyjamas and they had a red rose on pocket?
Oh, I fell out of the cradle laughing at that one. Listen, have you got any mustard? You know, you can't beat the old meals at home, can you?
It doesn't look like it, does it?
For somebody who wasn't expected, he's not doing too bad, is he?
Oh, the luck of the Irish, bless 'em.
Some people are born that way. If you fell off the co-op building, you land in Divvy.
Hey, Mum, hang on a bit, because it'll be a bit of a giggle.
Dennis, whatever it is, grow up, will you?
Hello, Mrs. Walker.
Turn tie, love.
Yes.
You left your whatchamacallit.
There you are.
Hey, let the dog see the rabbit.
Come on, say.
Wait a minute. Hey, what's this? Coronation Street at sunset?
Oh, I am pleased with that. In the sort of half light. I thought it had a dream-like quality about it at the time. It was poetic almost.
Yes, very poetic, especially with them dustbins stuck in the middle.
Oh, well, that's the point. Sort of grainy, I believe the term is. I mean, that's the modern trend, isn't it? To photograph things as they really are.
All right, well, you got to know where to draw a line, haven't you?
Hey, look at that. Oh,
That's it.
that wouldn't get past the Lord Chamberlain in a hurry. Look.
What's that?
They say everyone has a hidden side to their character.
Oh, what is it?
Take no notice of them, Miss Newton. They're just a lot of...
Hey, here's another one. Look how it is, the crafty little pig.
Well, let me see.
I wasn't trying to upset you, Miss Nugent.
Well, here. What is it?
Ah, don't give us that, love.
Oh, can I have a look?
If you can't, nobody can, mate.
Whose are they, then?
This will help you, perhaps, sir.
Hey, that came from 5,000 fathoms.
Well, are you proud of yourself, then, Dennis?
Dennis?
Oh, yes. Con me into it proper, didn't you?
Oh, well, you must admit it were a bit of a giggle.
When?
When I borrowed it to get that lens on, you know, well, there's not like a good laugh, is there? Is there?
Dennis, I think you owe Miss Nugent an apology.
There's nothing funny about the human body, Dennis.
I thought you'd like a pin-up of him. He might be very big in the future.
Dennis, you're never going to make anything of yourself until you grow up. You really aren't. You can't keep playing little noddy all your life.
So that was the big joke, was it? A big giggle. Big deal. No one of the music halls dead.
Can I help it if none of you's got a sense of humour?
Oh, honestly.
Oh, can I help it?
Hey, Dennis, listen.
No,
Dad,
sorry.
any of you, I don't suppose you've seen nothing of David, have you?
Yes, David, I am. I am annoyed with you, lad. You'd no right to come traipsing up here with that leg of yours. I could have come to see you.
Well, I had to come. It's this bloke Owen from the paper.
Oh, aye.
Yeah, he's been on at me. I'm a bit worried about what he's going to write.
He's gonna have a go at me, is he? Hey, dear. Come out, Sid Lambert. We name this evil man.
Well, I think he's going to have a go at you.
The day they start writing pretty speeches about me, that'll be the day you read me obituary.
But I'm a bit worried he's going to put words into my mouth that I never said.
David, lad, there's been more rubbish talked about me than I've had up meat pies. It's wetter off a duck's back.
He just made me flaming mad with his insinuation.
After all things I've been called bit terraces, I shouldn't think there's any words worth using. Oh, dear. And?
What?
Well, you said that was only partly why you came.
Oh, well, my father-in-law.
Who?
Stan Ogden. Look, Mr. Lambert, I'm sorry about that, about him coming round here like that. He did it entirely off his own bat.
Aye, I rather gathered that. Still, he was only thinking about his daughter, and you can't blame the bloke for that. He was up to his ears in ale, but I gathered what he was on about. But that wasn't the reason you came either, was it, David?
Well, the thing is... Look, Mr. Lambert, I've not come begging.
A job?
Well, I just wondered, with your connections, perhaps you could put me onto something.
Well, it just happens I've been talking to my works manager on the phone about an hour ago. Seems he can fit you in right away. Well, as soon as your leg's all right.
At your place? Where?
On the factory floor. You were an engineering apprentice once, weren't you?
Well, yeah, but I never finished.
Aye, I know. Well, in that way, we'd be sort of doing you a favour.
I told you. I didn't come round here for favours.
Got a lad with the qualifications would be glad of the job, David.
Well, you give it to him then. I'll be right back where I started. Only then I was a kid, I didn't have a wife. Right back where I started, after all this.
We've all got to go right back where we started at some time in our lives, David. On VE Day, Sid Lambert were right back at square one. A newty mob suit and naught else.
And look at you now.
Aye, look at me now, lad. Do just that. Oh, David, don't just think of today. Think about that pretty little wife of yours. That's what I had to do. Think. And then, when your leg's better, you come and let me know. Okay?
So, what happened then?
Well, after I jumped ship, this seemed to be a likely place. I mean, do you know the beaches were as white as that tablecloth? And the belly dancers? And as for the sunshine, you've never seen such sunshine.
You're right there, kid.
Oh, that was about it. Do you know, I've always had a hankering to be a beachcomber. You know, sort of a Hemingway character. Ever read Hemingway? Oh, real man's writer. All his characters are, you know, loners, solitary.
Like you?
Yeah, that's right. Anyway, I got onto this Coronation...
Hey, just a minute.
What?
Didn't they bother?
Well, I think they were glad to see the back of me. Do you know, between you and me at the gatepost, I think I must have been the lousiest ship's cook this side of the line. Any side of the line.
So, all right, there you are, lying on this beach, smothered in belly dancers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, what did you do? I mean, you must have done something for a living. I mean, besides that.
Oh, yes, I did. I used to dive 40 foot off a cliff into the bed of the ocean and come up with a little oyster in my mouth. Mm.
Oyster?
Yeah, pearls as big as your fist, guaranteed. Tourists just go mad about them, especially the Yankees.
Yeah. So with all these dirty big pearls, why aren't you a millionaire?
Well, you see, it was the same oyster every time, Petal. I bought it for half a bar off a little Chinese bloke who used to concoct them in his spare time. Dead ringing for the real thing. Very clever, these Chinese, you know.
I think you're a bit of a Chinaman yourself.
Oh, no, so what's the point of me telling you this story if you're going to be laughing at it?
I like hearing you tell them.
No, you hurt me feelings.
I don't believe that either.
Hey, all right, Elsie, all right. You don't have to mosey down to the boozer for a quick gallop of porter, do you?
No, I'll tell you something. I'm so lovely and so comfortable. I don't think I could get my shoes on now. Not even if I tried.
Well, what did he say when you went out? He never said nothing. We wasn't speaking.
Oh, I said you opened your big mouth once too often, didn't I?
Oh, look who's talking.
Hey, now, you're both a bit too fond of your lip, the pair of you.
I only said them things for his sake, to prod him into doing something.
Well, it seems though you succeeded, doesn't it?
Don't talk so soft, Stan. Look, I expect he's gone round to see one of his mates. I'll bet you he's home now.
That's another thing and all, you know. He has to sit mopsing around in that flat all day as though he's in the zoo. I mean, if he could get out a bit more, it'd be summer.
Look, something will turn up, love. It's always darkest before the dawn.
Ah, yes. Thought to find you around here.
Well, I've been everywhere else, David. Where have you been? I've been frantic.
Look, it's my leg that's injured, not my head. I'm still capable of getting around on me top.
Oh, no, Irma didn't mean that, love. She just meant, well, you know, coming home and finding you out.
And not leaving no message or nothing.
Oh, look, oh, she don't stop fussing.
Oh, all right, we'll stop fussing. Are you coming home, then?
No, I'm not.
Look, lad, we know you've had a bit of bad luck, but there's only taking it out of her.
David, where have you been?
To Sid Lambert's.
About time, too.
Oh, not for that. You did quite enough of that for both of us. I went about a job.
But I thought he'd said...
Oh, yes. That's all finished with. I want to see if he could take me on at his place.
And?
And he's offered me a job.
Oh, well, that's something.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? How do you fancy an husband working at a kid's job for kids' wages? Unqualified apprentice on the shop floor.
Well, I don't know. It's a start, really, isn't it?
It's a start I made and left behind me 4 years ago.
He's right, you know. Sid Lambert. There's only one thing you know, and you'll have to buckle down and do it, lad. You won't earn as much money as you have been earning, I know that, but you'll survive. We've survived, haven't we? In the meantime, you'll be earning and learning. It doesn't mean to say you've got to stick at one job, you know. Now, come on. What this time is just striking and more booting. There's nothing wrong here. Pint of better wouldn't put right. Come on, lad.
Zoe. It's a funny name, Zoe.
Yeah, funny girl and all. Mad about fresh air and physical culture. Nearly wore the socks off me. And look, there we were, drifting down the canal and not an oar between us.
You and Zoe.
Oh, Kathleen. I told you about Kathleen.
Oh, the love of your life. Kate. I like Kate. I wanted to call our Linda Kate, but he wouldn't hear of it. Said he had a dog once called Kate and it died.
Bonny girl, Kate. 16 and as fresh as the morning.
Wonder where she is now. At this very minute, what she's doing. If I know our Linda, she's bashing pots at our arrival.
Elsie, look, you don't mind me talking about the lassies in my life. It was a very, very long time ago. Only that some ladies get funny about it.
Me? I'm not to be funny about. Like I said, pinch of salt.
God, I was very keen on Kate.
Young love. I can just imagine it. Sweet 16 and never bit... all blonde hair and blue eyes.
You know, as a matter of fact, she wasn't unlike you, Elsie.
Me? Yeah. But I'm not 16 anymore, am I?
I probably wouldn't have liked you when you were 16.
I'll tell you something. I'm a granny. You didn't know that, did you? I'm a grandmother.
On you it looks good.
And I'll tell you something else as well. If I saw that little grandson of mine walking down the street, he wouldn't even know me. Do you know that? It wouldn't even know me.
Elsie, look. Isn't it about time them decorations came down?
What did we wait him for, then? Yay!
What? Daddy.
I'll daddy you right to that...
Hush, hush. Whisper. Who dares? Young Dennis Tanner is creeping upstairs.
And then what happened, Mum?
Well, then you got your dried potato and your reconstituted egg and you dipped your slices of whale meat in it and then...
Slung the whole lot out of the window and opened a tin of bully.
Oh, did you? You didn't throw anything away in them days. No, I remember a pamphlet they gave us once about how to make brassiers out of old curtains.
Huh?
Or was it curtains out of old brassiers?
Anyway, talking of the food, I'll have to nip round to Val's. I promised her to take this. She's doing a bit of baking. I'll not be too ticked.
Hey, look, love, while you're around there, why don't you ask our Ken to come round for a drink before it's too late?
Oh, I don't think your Ken's in. I remember Val saying something about he had a meeting on at school tonight or something.
Hi.
Hello. Come on then, jump in.
Right. Ah, boy.